Today we're unboxing the Razer Lycosa. Having decided to replace my aging G15 that has seen far better days, this particular unit was bought for just over 700 Rand from Digital SA Online. I thank Lloyd for getting this particular unit to me very quickly. All the keys feature a non-slip surface. There's backlighting, either completely across the keyboard or off, or behind the WASD cluster. I'm now going to take the unit out of the box and let's see what we get in it. This is my first Razer product that I own, and so far packaging is an indication of how much you've spent. This is not a cheap keyboard, but it's not one of the more expensive keyboards. Even the packaging has some added protection to provide the keyboard, to make sure the keyboard arrives in the state that you expect it in. Tossing aside the box, we are left with the keyboard in its little tray and its massively long cable. Another benefit, nothing worse than a short cable when you want to go to a LAN. Also in the box is the manual and driver CD. Nothing simply enough. Certificate of authenticity, a quick start guide, a master guide with a CD, driver CD, a product catalogue for those interested in purchasing some more Razer products, and some stickers. The keyboard itself comes with the aforementioned long cable, which has two USB connectors, one mic and one headphone jack. The board itself is completely black, all the keys featuring a non-slip surface. The outside is a gloss black, which will attract fingerprints. And there it is, the Razer Lycosa. At the back, you can get the tilt. You have access to the tilt legs, as well as removing 4 screws. You can remove the armrest, should you prefer not to have one. As you can now see, the keyboard is now powered up, and I have to say that next to a G15, this one, the Razer has a much better look. You'll see that the Razer Lycosa has much darker blue, with the Logitech G15 appearing more towards the turquoise end of the spectrum. Putting aside the G15, the Razer Lycosa, as can be seen, has a multimedia touchpad. I have the Lycosa fully plugged in with all software installed, currently running driver version 2.05 and firmware version 2.02, fully Windows 7 64-bit compliant. The software is able to control all the aspects of the keyboard, mainly the button functions and the lights. The lights, as mentioned, can either be on, off, or can be set to just displaying behind the WASD cluster. That is brighter than the standard lighting, which is a welcome sight. The profiles can be customized to the F keys by holding down the Razer button on the touchpad. As you can see, you hold down the Razer button and you push F1 through to F10 to enable the different profiles. Every profile can be for whatever you need. Should you want to disable all the keys and only have certain keys working, you can. This might be particularly useful for gamers who find themselves bashing against other keys. For those whose hand-eye coordination is not as refined as some other players, one could in effect disable all the keys and keep those keys WASD, QER, spacebar, C, Control, Shift, and even Tab and Alt, and of course Tidal and Escape could be set up as to only be the keys that function. This is very useful, and I will be playing with that feature later on. The lighting can be controlled using the little lighting button over there on the touchpad next to the Razer logo. Touching it changes it between off, the WASD cluster, and of course all on. In off mode, it looks pretty stealthy and could remind one of the Lycosa, which is black on black. A beautiful keyboard, but for those who want backlighting, the Lycosa is the more attractive offer, albeit at least 300 Rand more expensive. Touching the keyboard, bring it back to its standard state. The fact that the wrist guard is screwed onto the keyboard, unlike the G15's snap-on, is a welcome sight. The G15 snap-on wrist guard wrist rest is prone to breaking off should the keyboard be picked up and has a weak feel to it. In all, this keyboard feels pretty strong. There's a bit of flex there, but nothing I wouldn't expect, and overall I'm impressed. Again, I have to thank Lloyd at digitalassayonline.co.za for helping me get this keyboard very promptly. There is currently a shortage of stock in the country. To my knowledge, Frantosa in Joburg only has one left. Those interested in looking at the mirror finish one, we have confirmed that stock will probably be arriving around the 1st of April. But one should be wary of the mirror finish because it will no doubt attract more fingerprints. As it is, the piano black surface surrounding keys will no doubt pick up many fingerprints, and one should be wary of that. The lower profile keys will take some getting used to when it comes to typing. The gap between the keys is much smaller than it would be on a normal keyboard. Normal keyboard would have a significantly more pronounced valley between the keys. Those people used to typing on a laptop keyboard will fail to notice this difference. And that's it. That is all we can say about the Razer Lycosa, since this is an unboxing and not a review. For a full review, pick up a copy of PC Format November 2008, or contact PC Format, the PC Format team, and we will get you a copy of the review.